Hello everyone, this is Joan from the northern part of Uganda. Comes again with another report on still sheep training, but this time again we've been doing advanced level with Farming Academy in partnership with Anger Relief Africa. With the advanced level we got so many interesting things, new things, that some of the things I didn't know before. On the things that we have been looking at, one of it was the parasites that affect the animals. We looked at the endoparasites, the ectoparasites, which usually affect our animals. For this case, we look at the sheep. The endoparasites, we mainly looked at the worms, the liver fluke, and the ectoparasites, we looked at the scab mites, the ticks, and the fly strike. That, in most cases, are very serious on animals. When it comes to sheep, it always spread through contact. The sheep, for example, the scab mites, they spread through contact among the sheep, and it's one thing that always disturbs our animals. So we've been looking at these parasites, and one of the ways that we could control them, that we learned through the lectures, that we can do, we can inject the animals, or we can do dipping of the animals, which will help to kill the parasites. But the most important thing is that you first have to make the right diagnosis and realize the kind of parasites they're trying to treat. Then another things that we look at was about biosecurity. This is one thing that interested me so much because it's one thing that most farmers sometimes ignore. It's not like when you know someone, you also know the animals. In most cases, people get animals from friends or they go and buy and they come just bring into the flock. And then at the end of it all, you realize that the animals are dying or the diseases that have entered within the flock. So I realized that one of the most important things that farmers should take up is the biosecurity. If we talk of the biosecurity, we're looking at the different management plans that we are going to use to make sure that we keep the diseases out of the farm. And in this, you should have so many plans. Maybe how are you going to keep the diseases out? What are you going to do in case the diseases come into your farm? How are you going to react to it? How are you going to keep the different records within the farm? Those things are some of the most important things that I think the farmers should take into action, because when they do this, it will be very easy to control entrance of diseases within the flock or within the farm. So in some cases, we may put a sign or something that will make sure that if visitors are coming, you keep records of the visitors that are coming. If visitors come in, they get to know what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do, the area that they're supposed to enter in and where they're not supposed to enter in. This is very important, and in most cases, people ignore it. The farmers ignore it. People don't look so much to it with interest. But this is one thing that interested me so much within the advanced level, because most diseases that comes into our flock, people bring them from outside due to the poor biosecurity plans that we are having. So I got to understand this so well, and I believe that they got a chance to extend it to farmers is one thing that should be put as a point of importance. And other things like how to handle sheep, moving sheep. This also interested me because that I got to learn that you can train dogs, and when you train the dogs can be able to handle the sheep. And when you're moving the sheep, you can see the different reaction of the animal that will tell you whether you're doing the right thing or not, because the sheep in most cases they work as a team, and there's something that we know as a balancing point, that when you're moving the animals and you go beyond the balancing point, then sometimes you might scare the animals away, you might see them running away. But if you want to keep them together and move them in the right way, then you have to master those techniques, because the reaction of the animals will tell you straight away whether you are beyond the balancing point or not, and whether you have scared the animals away or not. We always want to maintain the animals into composure even if you're moving them. And this is also we also learned in the advanced level. More things are still coming, and I'm so grateful, so glad for the lessons and the new ideas that I've got. And we're still going through more training on the expert level. I still believe that we are going to get new and new things. Thank you so much.